Having made your way back to town, taking some rest, some time off, some downtime to go about your activities for a while until the festival arrived. And eventually it did. After a few nights' rest, you all found your way to the festival grounds, met up, and began to peruse the growingly busy city streets, seeing carriages and tents lined up outside the gates of people trying to make their way in for the festival day. You meandered your way down, eventually finding a map of the festival grounds, of the various locations of interest. Made your way close to the entrance of the city and began to peruse some of the activities. Eventually through the horse racing and dragon races, figuring out that there were badges to be earned, small tokens of victories, and have set out on a bit of a incursion to make sure that you get all of them on your way through the city.
Main quest.
Making your way up the city streets, you've encountered a few interesting people, some fun food stalls, gone through half of this list of activities, making your way up the city. You watched the opening announcement. Carmine, along with William and a representative from the Bloom Grove, the flower druidic village, Garvia, a tiefling druid who seemed to welcome in the festival and gave you the timelines for the upcoming bloom. As we left off, you had just finished a rather riveting game of Slapsies.
That's the one.
And saw a large crowd forming in the direction you were roughly headed. Come back, and you're all in that tent. The Wyvern's horde have pushed off into their own group and are carrying on down the street for a moment. Is there anything you're doing?
How's your face?
I was originally going to let Yorna win, but then it kind of felt like I had a chance for a bit there, and so I just kind of keep going, and now I regret going that far because now my face hurts quite a lot.
You two really had me on the tip of my toes.
You would not go down.
No, I was originally just going to collapse like a twig on purpose.
I thought that was the plan too, but then it never happened.
Well,
and then I got real serious.
It didn't happen, and then I was like, I'm just going to keep going until see if I can win.
You put up a good fight. I'm surprised it took me that long.
And then I just got slapped again.
Oh yeah, by that lady.
Yeah. She wanted payback for losing. Yeah, let's hope we don't run into the Wyvern sword again. It's my daily wish.
Avoid teammates.
Yeah. Well, you guys don't get it. I've been on quests for years now, and they're just sloppy.
They seem a stick in your side. That's certainly the vibe I've gotten.
They do their work. They just handle it differently to mine, and it kind of gets in the way of mine. But I see benefit to having teammates now, but it's just the way they do things aren't
optimal.
Yeah.
So you said there was a crowd forming outside.
Seems to be.
Is it loud? People yelling or
What's going on?
energy?
Yeah, perception check. Anyone that's interested.
Energy check.
Very interested.
Vibe check. Perception.
Or insight if people are doing a vibe check.
Oh, that's right. I forget I have a
Nah,
plus
perception.
17 perception.
10. 21.
23.
Oh, all right. This crowd ahead of you, it doesn't seem loud or rowdy, but you can just see that people have kind of clustered around like they are looking at a specific person or group of people kind of at the center of this crowd. Above 20s, you can see, as people are shifting a little bit, a few people at the center of this. One that looks to be probably a teenage girl in fine reds, accompanied by two what look like very out-of-town guards. And next to them is a halfling individual, scraggy hair pulled back in a bit of a bun, who is holding conversation with this girl. The halfling is in, for lack of a better term, just a wheelchair that has been constructed that looks like it has very clearly come from the gear. You can see them having a bit of a conversation, and these people that are just gathered in a semicircle around these guards kind of shooting people glares to keep their distance. And these people are respectfully 15, 20 feet back, but just kind of keeping quite tightly packed, watching whatever is happening.
Am I able to get any, on the girl, is there facial features? Do I get any of what she looks like, or do I just kind of know that it's a girl?
What was your roll?
21.
21. They appear human. A kind of light tan, but still quite pale. Their hair is brown and short, cut in kind of a bob that falls just under their chin. Very regal looking, white and kind of magenta red robes. The two guards that are standing next to them are also dressed in reds and golds, but look very different to the Legion.
Is this by any chance? Do I recognize any Shasasnoir individuals? People from Shasasnoir? You know what I mean? The floating island.
Shasanoa?
Chasanoa.
Shasanoir?
Yes.
No.
Shasanoir.
Yes.
Chasanoa.
Okay.
I mean, none of this...
Oh, no, wait. I think those are separate. No, wait.
Huh?
Is this the Emperor's? Am I getting that right?
What was your perception again?
17.
All right,
Oh,
so you
I
just
don't
saw
see
people
the girl
in the middle of
red.
that crowd.
Okay,
You're not
my
making
bad.
out details.
My bad.
How young does the girl look?
Maybe 15, 16?
Does it seem like the crowd is bothering her? Like, is she obviously annoyed that there's a circle and the guards aren't quite getting enough?
She doesn't look like she has a care in them.
Okay.
The guards are very aptly keeping people kind of at a bit of a distance. They kind of move, 10, 15 feet to the next stall, and the crowd kind of shifts with them, a few people splitting off, but more coming in.
I can't really see past all this bustle. What are we looking at?
Some girl, that's
I know.
important.
Wheelchair.
But no, the girl's not in the wheelchair.
Oh, the other
What
person.
are you saying?
Well, didn't we hear that the Emperor's daughter might be in town for the festival? Does she seem the right age?
It's about 15. I don't really know how young the daughter was.
I didn't know he
The-
had a daughter.
The Emperor of here?
Emperor...
Wow.
I don't know, because I just have written Skyship, Emperor daughter.
I guess we can find out. Walk up to the crowd.
Ah, yes, she was the one that everyone kind of not really like.
Yeah, oh shit, yeah, the brat.
The brat?
Yeah,
brat.
it was apparently very bratty and uppity. Doesn't look like it from here. Do I get brat vibes from this?
Hard to tell. She seemed pretty locked in conversation.
Okay.
So, sorry, real quick to clarify. Emperor's daughter, like Emperor of... Not here. No,
That's why I'm going up to the crowd.
No, never mind. I think it is out of town. Because that would also explain the out of town.
I took it.
Oh, you know.
Well, I said I was just going to find out. I'd go to the crowd and find
I
someone.
want to listen into if the crowd is saying anything about her.
Give me an insight check. See if you can pick up anything interesting.
I think I'll follow Strider in.
Insight 24.
24. You pick up whispers. People seeming confused that it's only a couple of guards with her. That this individual doesn't often get out of the house without being heavily guarded and in very private spaces. This is a person that isn't usually seen in public. You do hear her referred to as the Emperor's daughter. 20, high 20s. Through the whispers, you would discern that the Emperor and the royal family, for lack of a better term, hail from Zenithia, the capital city of
the large city.
the settlement.
I walk up to someone on the outside of the circle.
Yeah, you walk up, someone's like trying to get a bit of a peek.
Is that the Emperor's daughter?
Aye, she's with Robbie.
Who's Robbie? New to the festival, really, mainly.
The wheelchair-bound halfling.
Yeah, I assume that's who you're referring to, but like, is he a big picture? Like, who is he? Like,
Oh, he's one of the members of the house. They point over at the House of Gold, the big structure. They run the banks.
interesting. She seems pretty unguarded for someone so important.
Aye, yeah. You're just kind of like keeping a bit of an eye, kind of this like confused look.
What stall are they standing in front of?
They have just moved in the direction of a small stand set up where you can see a bunch of gems and shiny rocks. They're standing in front of the ore pouring. You can see Jim kind of sweating bullets as this individual you now know as Robbie and the Emperor's daughter are kind of standing in front of the stall, having conversation and looking at the goods.
I'd like to try push through to the front of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But not like struggle to like slip through.
Yeah.
To like get to just the front of the circle.
Yeah.
I want to look past. I want to look at Jim.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look at the sort of large circle on the guards. I'll be like, I know this seems like a big deal, but I am just trying to shop. Am I allowed to go through?
From behind a metallic helm, you just hear, kindly just wait a few moments until we move on.
Fair enough. Curious.
They have a bit of a chat, bit of a laugh, and eventually kind of begin to wheel the wheelchair away.
Did my Empress get any looks from the Emperor's daughter? Does she seem like interested in the fact that someone even bothered to
Give me an insight.
help us? Insight check. 22.
22. There's a bit of a quick side glance as she kind of almost follows Jim's gaze for a moment and kind of catches you. At first you think it's this look of, who the fuck does this guy think he is? But with a 22, kind of get more of a, this guy has balls,
Yeah.
kind of a vibe.
As they move out the way, I'll start walking towards Jim, and I will look over and be like, enjoy your day. What would you call an Empress daughter?
Highness?
Yes.
No.
There's two. There's the title. What is an Empress's daughter? Or Empress?
My lady.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like formal, but not that, you know?
Just princess?
Yeah, I think it's actually funny if Strider doesn't know what it's. Strider will say, enjoy the festival, princess, and just look away and just walk to Jim. He'll say it in that tone, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's second.
They kind of push
so
past.
awesome.
You see a bit of a smirk creep onto her face. You make your way over to Jim's as they hit a couple more stalls down. As they do, you hear a voice that at first you don't place. And you hear, care to sample some tea, Your Majesty? As they move a few stalls down, you hear Lou's voice kind of echo over the crowd.
God. Wow.
You
Lou did a drug there. Princess, fuck.
No, he wouldn't dare.
alright, what are you doing?
I certainly hope not.
How you doing, Jim?
Oh, better now. At least took some of the product with him.
That's business.
Well, until a few moments ago, it was slow, and now we're down about half our stock.
Nice.
Can't complain.
I've caught up with Strider now, and I would like to ask, What did they buy from you? Out of curiosity.
A few gemstones, a couple of ingots. What is that?
No, just curious.
Fair enough.
Curious what someone of that stature would have interest in.
Yeah, anything shiny that looks halfway decent.
Have you met her before?
No, that's a first. That's a first.
Just going to say, I don't think he normally comes here out into public spaces.
All the years I've been here, I haven't seen her once.
Would I have seen her before, being a member of the Iron Legion at all?
Not that you'd remember.
Something seems interesting
it's-
about her. Don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just royalty.
Have you had time to finish my sword? I know there's a chance you haven't. Busy and all.
Right. Somewhere here, give me a moment. And he like rummages through for a minute. You can see that his stall's set up pretty nice. There's like a makeshift Orporium sign above. He actually has the forge golem like sitting behind him as a bit of a statement piece that's kind of lowly lit.
Nice.
Walks over, rummages around for a bit. This was your silvered rapier?
Yes.
Rummages around for a bit and eventually brings the blade over, kind of wrapped in a bit of cloth that he kind of sets down, unfolds. Should do the job.
Anyone behind me right now?
Say
Space? I'll just.
a bit of a flourish.
It's like, perfect, thank you. Draw it.
Hey, be careful with that. Any problems with it, you just let me know.
We'll do.
Actually, did we know the name of the Emperor's daughter at all?
Emperor's daughter, Yamaleth.
Yamala.
How much could I get for this? I hand over my silvered short sword. Because they're in there.
I mean, bit of light use on it. Right person would probably give you 50 gold. I could give you 40.
Don't mind. That's alright with you.
Right?
Awesome. Thank you.
And you the 40.
Got a question for you.
Shoot.
You know what happens when someone collects all these badges that are going around?
They usually announce them just after mid-afternoon.
Oh, we'd better hurry.
Then we better hurry.
We're collecting them.
Yeah, right. I mean, you should have all night to do that. They'll just let you know what the prize is later on.
Oh, so there are prizes, because a lot of the people we've been getting the badges from have...
Right. In fact, Robbie's probably the one you want to talk to about that. I usually handle it.
Well, I mean, we'd better just wait for the announcements.
Yeah, we've got a few left to get.
Fair enough.
I like.
Right, you've made a good start.
Yeah, it's a quest.
Because which one are you missing? Are you missing any now? Or?
No, just whatever we haven't done.
Ah, okay.
We got some barrel run contests to get to apparently.
Good luck with that. It's always a fun one.
All right, well, have a good rest of your day. How much? That was 40 gold, right?
Right.
Thank you.
Have you seen Krongo at all?
I haven't, I'm afraid. Not sure if he's in town.
Who's this Cromwell again?
A friend.
A friend.
Right.
Sometimes
as I walk
those
away,
pencils.
I'll just be like, you know, I've gained a significant amount of money starting this festival. I'm not even selling anything.
My silver has fluctuated, but that's about it.
Well, you know, I went from like 50 gold to 93 gold. I went from like 400 silver.
You've made a hole in your book.
Yeah, I did from the racing too much. It was too like smudged, and I keep erasing anyway. And I've got 580 silver now over here. Going great.
Ooh-wee, Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah, that's like 10 gold.
As you're counting your coin, You
No.
begin to see that crowd that's kind of pushed past you, the outskirts of it kind of parting a little bit. You got a voice going, excuse me, trying to get through here, and kind of like barging through a little bit. You can see, kind of pushing through the crowd, a very heavily armored looking individual in like a rich copper armor, like silver gray robes pushed over their front, very tan looking human complexion, big weapon slung over his back, kind of pushing through. You can see another individual behind him, female in similar looking armor and robes, big shield at her side, and they're kind of pushing through. Make their way up, kind of past you. Where's the nearest road to the house?
The House of Gold?
Yes.
And I'll give him directions because I would know where that is.
There. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They kind of just,
Can I eye up his weaponry? I'm curious at what he's packing.
yeah. Slung over his back is probably like the largest you could get for a handheld crossbow, and a few blades tucked in at his side.
Like one-handed crossbow? Or?
No, two-handed. Just the largest that you could carry without it being a problem.
Wonder what the heavier was.
The female with the shield has like a big, like almost hammer meets mace somewhere in the middle.
I'm really curious.
Do they have any symbols on their armor or whatever they're wearing?
Give me a perception check.
I would also like to see like if there's any
Yeah, go for
indication
it.
of where they're from.
Ooh,
17.
7.
You don't catch a glance fast enough to see the male at the front. He kind of passes by as quick as he can, but the individual behind them does have what looks like a holy symbol around their neck, which just appears to be a set of scales, like justice symbol scales.
Oh.
As they walk past, she kind of turns her head in your direction. Goes, sorry about him. We're just in a rush.
No, that's fine.
Arbiter be with you. And she'll push forward and meet up with him.
Arbiter?
Strata just gives kind of like a curious, but not really. To be honest, at some point during the festival, I know I said there wasn't really anything I wanted to look at, but I do want to go to the House of Gold.
Can go after.
Yeah, I'm just curious what they're up to, but also the ping I keep getting for the Celestial. I want to check it out at some point. We also need to be wary because of the fiend ping, the dragon ping.
Yes, I'm concerned about that.
I don't know. The dragon one, like as much as I'm definitely worried about the
How
thing.
far does your radius, like, does it hit outside of our walls?
1 kilometer from wherever I am at the circle.
So when you detected this, was this close enough to outer walls?
Was it?
I mean, you've just kind of had this up, right? Like, it lasted an hour or
Yeah,
so.
it lasted.
So you would have been, like, at the gates and moving through, so there would have been a bit of time you were detecting out of the walls, but the pings have been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
So pretty consistent, as in it's probably inside
Yes.
our walls?
The thing is, the fiend could be the succubus, so that's not too
Or Xavier
worrisome.
never made.
Yeah, but my main worry is a dragon ping wouldn't get picked up by a lizard or a dragonborn. That has to be something draconic.
Would this have to be alive?
Yes, yeah. That's a good question. Like, I technically.
Do I know of any, like, big spaces in the city where you could store, like, a dragon?
Anywhere in the House of Gold, anywhere in the Understone, any of the mansions in the Brass.
Anyway, yeah,
Imagine just a noble has a pet dragon.
we're not going to know until we go further up, and I'll keep pinging it whenever we can. So maybe we just go on to the next contest.
Yes, for now, I think we do that.
There's no way to pinpoint it right now. To the barrel run?
Has there been any sight of the Bloomberg Elder?
You haven't bumped into him.
Okay. I'm keeping an active eye out for him.
If it's alright with you two, I wanted to go for a little walk. I do want to see if Congo's actually here.
Okay. You didn't want to try the barrel run?
Not really.
Okay.
Right after it's got some busking performance though.
Oh, well, will you meet back up with us for that one?
At 5C.
At 5C.
I'll meet you guys at 5C.
Perfect.
Even though Krungle might be going to some of these events.
Maybe he's looking for you, and if he knows of your talents, he'll probably head there.
To 5C.
To 5C.
Well, we can look once we're all there.
Honestly, I'm thinking that we should keep this map and just like be able to label like secret coded messages where to meet up. Like meet at 5C. You know what I mean? Like we could really use these.
Except that if someone else has a pamphlet, they know where we're going.
Like 5C. Alright, to the barrel run.
Alright. You make your way a little further up the street till you can see a patch of rather wide sidewalk that has been cleared and has more like fencing running down the side, bit of a tent set up there.
Oh yeah, let's go.
See a halfling individual there. You want to try your hand?
Yes, this is the barrel run.
Hey.
Then
So what does this entail?
You get on the barrel, you try and make it down the track without falling off.
Oh, that sounds like something I'd be terrible at.
I want to see it though.
I'll try it, sure, why not?
Alright, that's
Come
one.
on.
Any more? Okay, and a third.
She's gone.
I'm out of here.
She's not even here.
Well, never mind.
We just saw like an after image.
That'll be 10 silver each.
So 1 gold.
Right, if that's what you'd prefer.
Gold.
I'm going to be so bad at this. What am I giving?
1 gold or 10
These
silver.
all
1
fours.
gold or 10 silver?
It's easier to just take away 1 from me at this point.
I mean, silver is still easier for me.
They take your coins and a few other individuals gather around. The half-elf, another halfling individual, and what looks like a dwarven fella that are lining up as well. Alright, so each of you will be getting up on these battles here.
Yeah.
You start rolling them out. So, what we're going to be doing here. This is a 50-foot track. Everyone will take turns rolling acrobatics checks.
Wait, do I still have a -1?
I imagine you do.
I forgot about that.
Essentially, the better you roll, the further you get in a single turn. And if you roll real bad, you fall off, and that's it.
Oh no.
I'm gonna eat that. As I look over the barrel, I think I've made a mistake.
Alright, up you get. You set the 5 up and kind of helps everyone up onto the
Good
barrel.
luck.
Oh, you got to carry us through this one.
Yeah, these are kind of 50-50 though. Step down.
Alright, ready, and go.
Okay. And I start. Oh no.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's okay.
Come on.
Fall off already.
You're probably 5.
Okay. 10. Okay.
I only got that because of my modifier. So
Oof.
I'm -1.
I rolled it.
So you go what, sorry?
5.
5. As soon as he lets you go on the barrel, your feet give out from under you, and you feel the barrel start shooting down the track, and you fall off onto your back at the start line. As you're lying there, back on the ground, staring up, you can see Strider trying to keep balance, and is just rolling forward and back and forward and back, and does not make any ground in that first.
Oh god.
I'm too busy laughing
Doing the
right now.
balancing act.
One of the other individuals, the dwarf, is in a similar situation to you, is like barely keeping balance. One of the other individuals is 10 feet down the track, another one made it 15 in that first round.
I wanna try something. I'm gonna ask the guy. Since I fell off right at the starting line, do you think you can let me have one more try?
Yeah, persuasion check.
Come on. 22.
22 this. Hey, if you get back up on there quickly.
I gotta get up. All right, I try one more time.
All right. And go again.
That's better. Okay.
That's really
It's actually pretty good considering.
Considering a -1.
Yeah.
26.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got a
alright.
16.
16.
Progress.
Okay. So, Yorna, you get back up and you're able to make it 10 feet down the track. Strider just gains control a little bit sooner. You get 15 feet down. One of the other individuals makes it down to the 20-foot mark, another down to the 30, and the dwarf asses off backwards at the start.
Oh no!
Oh,
Again.
Dude, it's getting away.
okay.
It's getting
Come on,
away.
let me get another one. Let me get another one. No. Shoot in the tray. Come on. 10? Or just stay still.
Nat 20 for 28.
Oh, you're hooning down that hill.
Okay.
I'm doing tricks.
Shoot. Do a flip.
Yorna, you remain where you were. You get
Okay.
that 10 feet down. You kind of have to regain balance. One of the
Okay.
the other individual that had made it to the 20-foot mark is in the same position. They're kind of rebalancing.
I'm
Strider.
still in it.
Strider gets down to the 30-foot mark.
Yeah.
The other individual, the halfling that is way in the front, has made it to the 45-foot mark. They rolled 2 nat 20s in a row.
I gotta do something to stop them.
Yeah. Is there anything you're trying? Otherwise we go.
The barrel.
Yeah.
I can't get away with that.
It's the same color as well.
I'm gonna. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, just.
All right, just let that roll bad.
Yeah. We need to silver vibes.
I ain't there.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay.
16.
16. Okay.
Hey, still second place.
Yorna, you make it up to the 20-foot mark as the other individual that was barely holding the balance at the 20-foot mark falls off next to you. Strider blats off and gets to the 45-foot mark, and the other individual that was already there, maintaining their position, trying to get the balance before the finish line.
Come on!
How close is he to me?
You guys are like an
You're like Nick and Nick.
10 feet.
I'm gonna. Can I say something to him? Should I
Yeah.
put him off? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be like, your shoes untied.
Okay. I won't give him any. I won't give him his plus to this one. All right.
Surely I get. Oh, no, I'm off.
It's okay.
That's okay. I did a lot better than I thought I would.
All right. What'd you roll?
I got a 6.
Okay. Yorna falls up.
Oh no!
There's a momentary lapse as you talk to this guy. After his 2 nat 20s, he gets a nat 1.
Yes.
As he looks down for half a second, loses that balance, falls off backwards as you roll over the finish line.
Hey!
He's like, my shoe. Oh, fuck.
Well, I got a lot further than I thought I would.
Yeah, that was tough. Definitely. And with
Well,
your
I
arm-
fell off right at the start.
The halfling running the booth kind of comes over. He goes, well, usually there's prizes for first, second, and third, but looks like you're the only one that actually made it through.
Well,
That means I get
All
first,
of
second,
them.
and third, right? It's first and second.
Get the persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
That is 18.
We'll throw an extra little bit in there for you.
Thank you.
He pulls out a pouch of what would have been 60 silver and throws another 20 in there. So he hands you 80 silver and a small barrel pin.
Yeah.
What we're doing it for.
barrel bend.
Got to give it another go.
No, I'm alright. I don't think I can do better than that.
Alright, alright.
I will go help up the halfling that I tricked.
I mean, it was clever, but fuck you.
I'm sorry. I needed the win.
That's alright.
How many badges do you got?
3.
Okay, yeah, you'll keep at it.
Yeah, that'll be good. My nose might need a bit of a mend, though.
You fell forward.
Look down for his shoes.
Turned into 80, so what's 80 plus 80 is 160?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What's 160 plus 580? Sorry.
What?
Don't do that. What's 80 on top of 580?
580
plus
660.
80. Yeah, 660.
660. Okay, so it wasn't it?
Oh my god, I love that painting.
Liqueur.
Awesome.
Liqueur?
I love your spelling.
All right. As you are finishing up, helping him up, receiving payment, what's Lily up to?
I would like to go from where we were currently down towards, I'd say, what is it? Gate. To where the horseback races were. And mainly go from oh shit. Being with Hongo a long time, would I know that he is a drinker?
I would imagine he would be.
Then I am going to go from either tavern or drinking stall to drinking stall. See if he's at any of those.
All right. Give me an investigation check if you're looking.
Yeah. I can't read.
2 more.
11.
Straight down the names.
Where's your investigation? It's 11.
11. All right. You jump from kind of drinking spot to drinking spot at the low end of this festival, keeping an eye out. Doesn't seem to be any sign. Maybe a few minutes into your search, you bump into a half-orcan individual, but not the individual you're looking for, and continuing around a little bit. Eventually, you find a familiar-looking dwarven female. Just someone that you know frequented the tavern. Hello, dear. Do I recognize you?
Oh, it's you. You went to Krongel's Tavern?
Hey, Trix.
And it's Lily. I used to
Right,
perform
that's
there
the-
until
yes,
I
yes.
left.
So, what are you doing here?
Enjoying the festival?
Ah, right. He did mention you were headed away for a while. Makes sense. Nice place to come.
Do you know if he's here?
I don't think he made it out this year last. I think money was a bit tight.
Oh,
Oh,
I really wanted to see him.
I think he was planning on trying to make a trip in later in the year to sell some goods, but we'll see what happens. If you want to leave a message with me to take back to him when I leave, feel free. I'll be hanging around for the next few days.
Tell him that I might stay in the city, and that when he has some free time, he can come visit me.
Right, of course. Yeah, I'll pass it on.
Thank you.
Right. If you do need to find me at all, I'll be at the Wayfarer.
Okay.
You want a drink?
No.
Okay.
And then I head back to Yorna and Straddle,
Start making your way up as they're
the busking.
moving out from the Barrel Run tent.
I'm back!
hello. Any luck in finding your friend?
No, sadly he didn't come this year.
Where does he reside? Could always visit him at some point.
Yes, I could, but it's a bit far. It was Sandlow Hollow.
Sandlow.
Yeah.
I think I wrote that one down.
It's a small town, and he's one of the tavern keepers.
I'm sure at some point he will come here. You know, a lot of people travel here by the looks. We won Barrel Badge.
Nice.
Had to pull a sneaky trick and tell one of them that their shoe was untied, but
And how did you do?
I did okay. I mean, I fell off at first, but the man let me try again, and then I got maybe halfway down the hill.
to be fair, Yorna did break the record. No one's fell over twice in one race.
Oh, gee, that's because no one bothered to try again.
There's spirit right there.
Exactly.
Determination.
What's next? So we got...
It's the busking and performance area.
Yeah, but the next contest is storytelling and trivia.
You have a story prepared?
Depends what type of kids they are, or if it's for kids at all. Who knows, really? Well, it's by the warden riot, so I assume that they're kids there. I got a story. I'll just tell one of my adventuring stories.
What about you?
I mean,
I'll tell a story about how you defeated.
yes, but a lot of the kids already know about that.
Oh, the famous, eh?
Well, the word of mouth.
Could do our adventure with the goblins.
Oh, our adventure with the goblins.
The Rat King was a good one.
No, the Rat King
I
was
feel
not
like
a
that
good
would be
one.
too scary.
That was a bad one. Plus, I don't really want people to know that I've been poking around in the sewers.
That's fair. Guess we could just see what the audience is like before we decide on that anyway.
I'll have a think on it.
Should we start just in there anyway?
Alright, on our way. Storytelling.
Beep.
Make your way up. You can see a few vaguely kind of like adventurer types, bard types, a few mercs, a couple of guards that are here. You see a pretty mixed crowd here. A few kind of old folks that have just made their way up here to sit down and listen to some people ramble on, some kids that are running around paying halfway attention, and everyone in between.
As we're walking through, I'd like to just keep note of my necklace. Just in case there's any things.
Any sign of the older from Bloomberg?
Doesn't seem to be.
I like to listen out if there's been anyone who has seen or encountered the sorceress lady.
Now give me an insight check.
11.
11. You hear word like secondhand of someone saying that their friend encountered some very intense seeming people that had kind of weaved through the crowd earlier in the day, but don't really get any location or any useful information.
I would like to see if we're getting followed. I'm mainly looking out for that tiefling that I requested to hunt down some information for me, and I just want to make sure
Yes.
they're not checking me out.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. Oh, that's right. I'm good at that. 25.
25. Doesn't seem to be any sign of anyone trailing you, but I'll keep that check in mind as we roll a bit.
I always think I'd have a +10. I'm like,
Jesus.
I roll a 15. I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. Oh,
Oh, it's really good.
I then continue walking with the others. Kind of having my 2 new swords now fully done on my back, just getting used to the new length.
Yeah. Alright. You walk up to this storytelling area. As you do, you see a familiar face in the crowd here that is listening on. Sebastian, kind of just standing, watching the few individuals that are up telling stories. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Hello.
How do you join the festival? Are you enjoying the festival?
Now that I'm not as frantic, it's good.
Did you know that it seems to be a tradition that they do contests here?
Most years, yeah.
Are they usually the same?
I mean, the ones from out of town change year by year, but a lot of the in-town ones stay the same.
I never knew that. Because they never bothered to show up. And I show the list of badges.
Wow. That you or
He's
Well,
having
I mean,
fun.
I have a few of them, but he kind of wiggled his way around to get a few of the ones that he probably couldn't really get.
very nice.
And it just feels like a good way to just focus on something when there's so many people around.
Of course.
It's kind of been fun, though.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. It's
Usually some good things up for grabs. Last year it was a tour of the gear. See what happens.
damn.
Man, we would love a tour of the gear.
Damn.
Well, I mean, I've seen it before.
Did you happen to get my latest letter?
When did you send it?
Was this the one you just left
last
in this
night?
door?
I left at the door.
I mean, I was up all night at the press. I don't think I got anything. I haven't looked at anything.
Okay, that's fair. I left a note for you.
Oh, important? Urgent?
It's important, but it's not urgent.
Alright. I'll try and track it down this evening.
No wonder you didn't give me a side eye.
Excuse me?
You'll know soon enough.
Alright. You all enjoying festivities?
Very much so.
First time for everyone?
I mean,
Not
I've
you.
been around
Right.
this.
Can't you tell by this giant plushie?
That's right. You've acquired quite the collection.
This is probably the yeah. I like this a lot.
Right.
And a horse.
And of course, that I got for Strider.
You're standing there, you can see the round of storytelling that is happening is just kind of finishing up. You can see a few individuals here, Sally among them, kind of sitting there, just gently telling the last of her tales of great balls and royal shenanigans, and things kind of wrap up to a soft applause and they go about their day.
What's the crowd like, yes? Have you noticed for the storytelling?
I mean,
What are their fans of?
it seems to fluctuate with who's paying attention when people are talking.
What's the target audience? You know, now that I think of it, I think I do have a tale I wish to tell.
No, you all are going to give it a go.
I think I will, yes.
Yeah, well, there's only 2 more badges to get, so.
That'll be 10 silver then, please.
There's the gold.
I go on pencil.
Damn.
10 silver from me.
Oh, you're not just gonna give me the badge?
No. Gotta work for it.
I wonder what kind of stories Strider has to tell.
You'll say it soon enough.
Hopefully nothing too recent. As you're kind of getting prepared, the stage is being cleared out and other people are coming in. You can see, first time for the two of you, a large warden, an automaton model that you haven't seen. This vaguely humanoid proportioned, metallic creation that looks almost like a Legion member. The head is sculpted into a helm. It looks more sleek, slender, streamlined than the lumber ones that you'd seen, or the stone ones. And this is easily as tall as the ogre that you'd fought at the Goblin Camp. You can see on each shoulder there is a kid who's like holding on as this thing lumbers back towards, and you see Natasha from the gear is organizing these. All right, jump. Catches one of the kids and kind of sits them down a few feet away from the storyteller.
This is the more humanoid looking one, right?
Yeah.
The minute I see it, my eyes lock on to sense. Choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. You immediately learn whatever the creature has any damage immunities, resistance, vulnerabilities, and what they are.
They are an imposter.
But it's instantly like that's a different beast.
What does that give you? Sorry.
You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are.
It is immune to poison.
Neat. Good to know.
It kind of lumbers back into place. These kids jump off. Sebastian kind of pushes you over to the small stage that they have set up with like a backdrop mural that is just the rolling hills with all sorts of like creatures and adventurers painted into the background.
Who's first?
I refuse.
I'll go then.
And go then. All yours.
I look over the crowd noise. What is the crowd majority age-wise?
It really seems to vary. There are kids here with their parents, but there's also elderly folk that are sitting.
Okay. This story is called Where Jellyfish Came From. There once was a lonely octopus swimming along in the ocean. Then he once met a lost princess on a boat. He asked, "Where are you from?" "I don't know. Can you help me find my home?" He offered his help, and so the two went on a long journey to find her castle. Along the way, they met some really big waves and righteous storms, but then they reached the castle in the end. And the octopus said, "Please don't leave. I'm very lonely out here." And so the princess who helped, the princess who was lost and was helped by the octopus ended up ripping her hair as a token of gratitude. And so the octopus was no longer lonely. He took the hair everywhere with him until one day the tides in the ocean were too strong and tore the hair apart. And so he tried to grab the hair with his tentacles, which then ended up tangling them. And so his arms tore apart from all the tanglement. And then every part of him that ripped, that met a piece of hair in the ocean, ended up turning into jellyfish. And now that is where jellyfish came from.
This is like the plot of Moana 2.
Interesting. Go ahead and give me, please.
My story's gonna sound lame.
Just simple as
I had an idea, but it's not that well thought out.
rolling.
You got till my story ends.
Um,
You got
Damn.
till my story ends.
You got
To like
it.
possess.
I need a performance check followed by. What am I gonna call that? What am I gonna call that? Performance followed by. We'll say nature.
Okay. Performance. Ding ding. Hold on, I need to double check. No. No. This. Ding. That is a ding ding. That is a 17 for performance.
Okay.
And then what was it? Nature. 11.
Okay. And roll for me, please, a d6.
Oh, then, okay. 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So how much of an applause does she get?
Oh God. Silence.
Anyone that wishes, go ahead and give me an insight check. See how the crowd reacted to the list.
I mean, I might.
6.
Insight.
28.
50.
6.
Okay. Yorna's busy figuring her story out.
Ah, shit. That was
I
pretty
got a lot
good.
about jellyfish.
Two of you notice that this is mostly a lot of kids paying attention, but more so their parents, the kind of middle-aged group who seem to be happily pointing their kids' attention to the story, getting a little confused and lost about halfway through, but then kind of seeing where the ending ends up going, kind of having their children pay attention, kind of nudging them in the direction of the story that you're telling. The reception seems good. Claps from those that were paying attention. Seems to have hit the right audience.
I'm worried about my story.
I'll say, in doing that, the way that this is judged, you make a performance check, and then you make an ability check based on the story you tell. They are added together, but the ability check is capped out at whatever the performance check was. And then if the right kind of crowd was paying attention, you get a bonus to the overall score, which Lily managed to get.
Yeah. Bonus.
Start walking up to the stage, and I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna bring a chair with me.
Yeah.
The
I'm
chair.
gonna set the chair. I'm gonna sit on it backwards as Strider does,
Oh.
and I'm gonna drop my sheathed swords so they make a loud noise as I lean it, just to get everyone's like attention. All right. The story has no title, nor does it need one. This story is about a young brother and sister dreaming of becoming adventurers, like you see on this wall here, like ones you dream about. They, one afternoon, wanted to go out into the forest near their house and pretend to be the mightiest of warriors as they could be. The boy wanted to be a swordsman on the caliber of gods. The sister wanted to be a mage strong enough to move mountains. One evening, they find themselves adventuring a bit too deep into the forest. One day, they find a large tree and almost a broken ruin, almost like the tree grew out. It was very inviting to them. They walk towards the tree in hopes to find a new place to call their base or their campsite, or even to play as their castle as they battle with their minds. However, as the sister took one step too close to the tree came alive, and before the brother could react, the tree's vines and branches wrapped around the sister, holding her tight, flinging around. The adventure that they had been dreaming to battle and to do was already here. They wondered how they would react when the real situation appeared, and now they had the opportunity. This battle went on for a while, the brother using a practiced sword, doing his best to whack this tree, but wasn't doing any good. But when all hope was lost, and they both were about to get hit by the tree, the sister imagined how she thought summoning an arcane shield would be like, through all their plays, and was able to actually summon a magical shield, unlocking what seems to be her magical powers. And in defending her and the brother, the tree almost bowed in respect to see in such magical and to see such determination in the boy, that they were able to live on and train with this tree and become the greatest adventurers known in their village. And that is the end of that story.
Alright. Please give me a performance check, followed by a history check. That is by the book.
Performance.
Deeds of all.
16.
Okay, very nice. Good limit.
And history.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, history. 17.
Oh, okay, so we'll cap that out at 16. Now go ahead and roll me a d6 and see if the right people were paying attention.
Yeah. 5.
5, that is the old folks. They're the ones that like the historic tales.
Oh, like in
No,
Rome.
boys.
Ah,
What's your gladiators?
okay.
I take my chair.
Alright. I get up on the stage. My tale takes place in a time long before ours. There once lived a titan, a tall and proud titan. And he traveled the world, though there was no one else on this world with him, just the animals, the creatures, no humans, civilization, just nature. And he traversed these lands day and night, but he was content. Until one day, out of nowhere, the plants seemed to wither, the animals seemed to die. There was a certain doom that had befallen these lands, and slowly everything started to perish. And the Titan was saddened by this. And his friends, the animals, the creatures, begged him to do something. And he could do only one thing, but it would mean forfeiting his life for the sake of his friends. So he lay down onto the earth and he spread his arms, his limbs, and became one with the land and passed his life on into the very core of this world. And slowly after this sacrifice, rivers began to flow again, animals started to thrive, and he had saved these lands that he held so dear. And his friends, the animals, the creatures, they lived long, happy lives and continued to flourish in these lands until one day we came along. Civilization came along. And I think this is a tale that I want to share with people so that they understand to be grateful for what we have now and in celebration of the Festival of Flowers. And I'll leave it at that.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a performance. Pretty good.
Damn, he spread his arms and his limbs, but not his legs.
No.
That's spread the legs.
Fine.
Okay.
And what do I do now?
This will be a religion check.
Religion.
Oh, 17, but it caps at the
That caps at the
9.
9.
That sucks.
And roll a d6 for me.
That's me.
1.
Corner.
The kids are tuned in, but they don't seem to be the target audience for this summer.
Damn.
A few others have joined you here on the stage as you are telling your stories. See, probably similar age to Strider and Lily. This quite bookish-looking individual, feather-covered, a like simple leather overcoat, an owlin, owl humanoid individual.
This almost seems unfair.
Small wings tucked in behind their back, a heavy set pair of glasses that make their eyes look even bigger than they already did.
Cute.
Sits down. It is said that long ago, in the heart of our city, a powerful mage built built a towering spire that touched the heavens. It is said that the tower housed the secrets of magic so great that even the gods took notice. But one fateful night, the wizard vanished without a trace, leaving his tower sealed and its arcane defenses in place. Some say this tower is still on the campus of the magic school within our very city, waiting for a new master to unlock its ancient power. This individual seems to be a student at the school.
That was short, but it was sweet as fuck.
Shit, they rolled real good.
Yeah, that was a real good one, though.
Why am I doing that? I need to roll it. Someone roll d6 for me.
6.
Oh shit, the old folks do not care.
Oh no.
An individual as well that you've probably seen once or twice but don't know their name or face. Some like simple brown robes dragged over them, a few flowers pulled back in their hair. Sit down. Our spring equinox festival wasn't always of celebration and joy. Legend has it that centuries ago, when a supposedly bountiful harvest failed the people, the city turned to its gods in desperation. A great priest prayed for 3 days and 3 nights, and on the final day, it was the skies that opened. A golden light bathed the fields. Their gods answered with abundance. Ever since, the city has honored their mercy with the Festival of Flowers. They did not roll as good.
Damn.
Can I roll inside to see if they'll tell me the truth about that?
Yeah, we're going to check. Roll d6.
15.
5.
Alright. There are parts of it rooted in truth, but you get the sense that the story has been reshaped to the audience.
Yeah.
Alright. With that, we end with Yorna, unfortunately in last place, with a total of 18 points.
You got capped!
This druidic individual, next with 24. Lily and the Owlin were tied with 35, and Strider got 39.
To be fair, your story was pretty sick.
Through the roof. Oh shit.
Honestly, I didn't peg you for a storyteller, but it was quite riveting.
You know, I read a lot of books growing up, language books, books about adventuring. Always used to be my favorite one growing up. I still remember the title because it's been so long.
Your jellyfish story was interesting.
It was.
It was a mishmash of some other stories that Krongle told me.
I was getting really lost. I thought it was like going to be that this thing just died and that was it. And then you were like, oh, and that's how jellyfish were made. I was like, oh, I forgot about there was jellyfish in the story.
I thought she was going to put the jellyfish in as a thanks to the octopus.
Mmm.
A jellyfish princess.
Yes.
That would make the story a bit better.
I woke up to S for my prize.
There's a bit of bard in you yet.
Multi-class!
on occasion.
Well, he hands you the badge, which is of a book. Maybe. I need to read one that I've got.
Book badge.
Book badge.
Special badge. They want that.
No. As well as a very similar to how like many wizards keep their books, like a shoulder strap with a leather harness. This very ornate looking embossed leather book harness. I'm sure someone will find a use.
Wait, what did you get?
A book harness?
Is it like very like made to be on top of clothing?
It could be, but I mean, it looks like it is just designed to hold a book, whether it be under robes or over general clothing.
Anyone? You guys have books?
Mm-hmm.
I got a book, but I keep it in my bag.
Not really.
Or maybe this will make your book more accessible.
What color is it?
Just like a dark brown stained leather.
I'll try to find a place to put it under so I can like have my monster book like
Yeah. Every side. And for you, hands you 60 silver.
Yeah.
And the other individual. Goodbye.
What do you think of my story?
Thought it was inspiring.
Inspire?
Does this mean you're the quiz master?
Oh.
Oh, no. You're heading a little further up for that.
Just got put on edge after the arm wrestling competition, then it was the same guy for the slap competition.
Oh, yeah. He's a hustler down there.
It's not good when you beat someone at an arm wrestling contest and then you have to go face them in a slap contest. Extra anger.
I suppose it depends who you're up against.
It's unlucky for us, the Wyvern Sword was there.
Oh, brilliant. You're very best friends.
Oh, yes, of course he was there. Well, if you have time, read that.
I'll try and track it down.
Yes. But enjoy the rest of your festival.
Of course.
I'll be back around at some point.
Kind of heads over to another few people that are looking to line up.
Get a quiz.
I make sure to wave to Sally.
Gives you a bit of a wave from the side as she's collecting coins from people.
So at the trivia,
Rihanna. Relation.
I'm not, because I may have lived in the city for a while, but I've apparently not learned anything.
Too busy making potions.
Yeah, I kind of stick to my missions until I've met you guys, and that's kind of the only out of my stone that I've done.
All right, to the trivia quiz.
Yep.
Alright, you walk over to the next tent. You can see what looks like a very... They look elderly, which tells you that they must be ancient because this is a high elf.
Oh, shoot.
Little spectacles over their nose, ears pushed back. They're in brilliant robes and their hair is halfway down their back. He looks over the group as you approach. Are we looking to participate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well. Will be 10 silver each. You'll be participating individually.
Individually.
I
That
thought
would be a team.
this was a team effort.
This is a test of one's knowledge.
There's a gold coin.
Thank you.
In Urban Fantasy.
You know the worst part? That he's like an old elf? It means that he doesn't have a piece of paper with the answers for me to stealth and check, because he got that in his head.
Oh, yeah, it's all in the brain.
There's no cheating on this one.
Alright, So,
Oh god.
this here is going to be 8 questions, most of which are going to just rely on you rolling for a few of them. But a few of these I'm going to ask some actual questions about some stuff, and if you guys get it, you'll get the additional points. So I'll roll a d4 to see if it is Arcana, History, Nature, or Religion.
Oh shoot.
And then the question will have a DC and will grant 1 point if you get the right answer.
Ooh.
If there are tied scores for first place, it's essentially the first person that fails of the tied individuals. Okay. So, we'll start off with the 6 that are going to be rolls. Everyone roll me a d4.
4.
2.
3.
Okay. All right. Then, for the first 4 questions, DC is 13. The first one is doable. 14 for the second, 15 for the third, and 11 for the fourth. Okay. So, for the first of these, which I rolled a 2, can I get everyone to please make a history check? DC 13.
Aww. 10.
14.
Gets 1, Lily gets 1.
19.
Three other people.
Oh, yeah, that's the easy one. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Second one up. Can I get everyone to please do a religion check? DC 14.
Boy. Yeah.
Here we go. 14.
Religion.
Oh, yes.
Aw,
That's
12.
such a good roll to get. Unnatural 20.
And then. Okay.
Another easy one.
You know your stuff.
Yeah, well, this is the talking about the reference in the moment where Deku did
The third will be another history check. DC's 15 on this one.
last one was religion, eh?
Oh,
You guys haven't heard of Pure Nine Side?
19.
Okay.
that one.
Damn.
20.
Damn, alright.
Oh, shit.
But the last one is going to be a nature. Yeah, DC 11.
On.
Okay.
Ha, 11.
Alright.
I'm not great in nature. Oh, 11. I got 13.
17.
Okay. Damn, Strider getting all of them so far.
Oh, gotta make
Lily on
up
3, Yorna on 2.
for the next one.
Right, now I get to go for something. Have a look.
The,
I
re-
haven't.
the religion was like, have you heard of the new God Pure Nine Side?
Who's pure lines?
Yeah, I read it in S's manuscript he had to read. Yeah, all Strider's knowledge is just when he's sitting with S and just hearing him like go, the fuck is this, as he's reading newspapers.
All the newspapers.
Strider that's a pretty wisdom and knowledgeable guy.
No, don't, because if that hits my glasses, you're toast.
I'll let you guys answer these individually.
I was gonna say, you better not have like a.
You guys will got your phones. We're going to do this on Discord.
Okay.
Oh,
Just use your channels. All right.
I like this.
The first of these 2 questions. The arcane sundial that sits in the middle of the city was put in place by who?
Am
we
I
look
allowed
at
to?
notes?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
I didn't even put it in here.
I'll message you directly.
Yeah.
Just the old DMs.
It just was the first thing that popped up. For everyone watching at home, I'm checking a notebook like I have no.
Checking the first 3 pages to see if there's something there.
His deco though is very important.
Oh no, I think I lost the file. I lost the file.
Uh-oh.
I'll find it.
What are you doing?
Don't worry, I won't stretch this out.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the history.
That's a bit.
Oh, okay.
This is
okay.
meant to be your character notes.
Then I don't know. Okay, then I'm just gonna guess.
I'm not allowed to look at the answer sheet.
True, that makes sense. I'll just make it up.
This is a total guess, but just because of what I heard next to the
This is
name.
also a guess, but you know.
Who knows? I might be lucky. Could be for a different reason.
That's my guess. Oh, I spelled it wrong.
I got everyone's stuff.
Yeah. I believe so.
Okay. All right. Second question.
Ow. Oh, boy.
The ancient dragon, whose corpse now lies on the mountains behind the city, was what color dragon and was slain how long ago? 2-part question.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think this is the right one.
Just went with my first thought.
You will need to get both right.
Damn. Not even a half point.
Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good on that one.
Okay. Okay. So, as we are currently, Yorna has. These are just the rolls we did earlier. Yorna has 2, Strider has 4, Lily has 3. The other individuals that are participating have 3, 2, and 2 respectively. For these questions, for the first one, I would have accepted either the gear or Elowen, which only Amy got.
Thank
Back.
God. My gamble paid off.
And for the second, it was a black dragon 5 years ago.
I thought it was when I joined with the Legion, so I was like, okay, it was 10 years ago.
I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't 10 years ago, so I writ 5, and then I was like, I think it was a bit longer than that. So then I swapped
no.
from 5 to 8.
Oh,
Oh man, I got the black dragon right there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Whoa. Damn, we could have tied there.
Yeah.
Or if they moved 1 points.
Okay.
I genuinely thought it was when I joined the Legion. But it was no. Now I remember what it was that I joined. It was
I
the
typed
Downfall. Was when I
That was
joined
the
the
one.
Legion.
I
Yeah.
typed 5. I'm so mad.
Yeah.
I typed it twice.
I had a
went
hunch.
5.
I'm like, oh, he's overthinking it.
Yeah, I went 5,
That's right.
8,
Oh my god.
5, 8. Pardons.
Okay, that leaves us with a 3-way tie between Strider, Lily, and one of the other individuals. that are
Oh my
participating
god.
with-
We all get back heads.
So,
It's the first 2.
we're going through quick fire round, which is just going to be roll after roll first,
Okay.
as people fail, they're out. Okay, so. And you're going to help by rolling the d4s. Roll me a d4.
1,
Category.
1. Okay, roll me a d6.
Just
Choose a category.
3.
So this is an Arcana check with a DC 13.
No. 12.
Fail.
Okay, and the other guy got a nat 20, so he wins.
What?
What did you get?
No.
You got 12, right?
Yeah, oh, it was 13, right?
13. Okay.
Is there like a revenge round? Try again.
Redemption round.
Redemption round.
Absolutely.
No.
I would like to try again. We're after the badge.
Right, well, you can pay the fee and try again.
All right.
Pay the fee.
I'll pay the
Try
fee.
again.
I pay the fee.
Gold coin.
10. Never paid that.
All right.
Shit, I'm so mad about that Black Dragon. Because I writ 5, and when I writ 8, I was like, I don't think it was a number that wasn't 10 or 5 or like, you know.
See, you were overthinking it, and I was underthinking it.
All right. You on again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
It's the last badge.
I love this game.
I need one badge.
Okay. First up is a DC 12 Arcana check.
Oh,
17.
So,
Okay.
plus
14.
Okay.
12 exactly.
Okay. Next up is a DC 12 Arcana check.
Aw, 5.
Okay.
Yes, that is 22.
And okay. Next one is a DC 16 Arcana check.
Oh, shoot.
18.
Thank God.
19.
Rolled 17 plus 3.
Dang. Good.
Jesus.
And the last of the quick ones, I'm fucking re-rolling that D4.
Yeah, stop it.
Is a DC 12 nature check. Would have been Arcana.
DC what?
12.
Oh, okay, cool.
16.
Plus, that's 15 plus 3.
14.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing this for the second time, so everyone's like, blah, blah, blah.
That one.
Like, you don't have to be quick.
You just have to be right.
It's not a pop quiz. Alright. So, at the end of that, we have Yorna on 3, Lily on 3, Strider once again on 4,
Damn.
and one other individual is on 3, and 2 others have 2 and 1.
Oh my god.
This time.
And we'll do some actual questions again.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun.
Do my notes. There you go.
This is gonna be
The answer is AA wrong.
okay. One of these is going to be one to test your guys' memories. I don't know if it'll be in your notebooks from session 0. 7 years ago in this city, there was a cult uprising. Which primordial did they worship?
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if it'll be in your notes or not. It's lucky you.
That's a different one. I'm gonna.
I only remember 2. I know it's not right, but I'm just putting one in there. Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I know I'm wrong. I have been defeated
That's
this
my
question.
closest we're gonna get.
Okay. People that have given me multi here.
Pick one. Okay.
Pick one. Because
Yeah,
you might
only
get it
one.
right. Okay.
I'm wrong.
The third one.
Yeah, the third one.
There's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the best I was gonna.
Alright. Second.
Wait, let's go.
A few months ago, there was an Iron Legion member that slayed some of the trolls that incurred the city. What weapon do they now carry?
I do. I think I do. Your guess.
A pitchfork.
There's a fork.
The answer to the first one is that they were called the Veiled Feather and worshipped the Death Mother, which used to be known as the Raven.
Oh, I was right the first time.
With your multiple choice answer?
Yeah.
I said it was one of like the three sisters because
Yeah.
I know there's like the group of primordials, and I was
I
like, it's
couldn't
one of the
remember if it
Diffy
was
ones.
the raven or the spider, but then I went with the spider.
I had no recollection at all.
So yeah, they're known as a group, right? Like there's a few primordials that are like
Yeah.
tight.
So no one got that one. The second one, I would have accepted one of two answers. Either a protector's blade or a double-ended... What are they called? Missing the word.
Talk about Thanos' sword.
Darth Maul.
Double-bladed scimitar.
Give me there. No.
So I didn't say great sword as in the great sword. I mean it's a great sword.
It is a great whip.
Yeah.
I got that one.
All I thought was long
'Cause it's a
weapon.
legion of
Warhammer.
shenanigans.
An individual that you guys have met.
Indeed.
Alright. So, the end of that, we had Yorna on 4, Strider on 4.
Yeah.
Others on 3. 2 and 3. So a tie between Strider and Yorna. Quick fire round. Quickly, roll me a d4 and a d6.
D4. That's cocked. 3.
3.
5. Oh no, 3.
Okay, nature check. DC 13.
Oh, you are lucky. 8.
I rolled a 19.
Okay. Strider.
I have a plus 5 in nature. I rolled really
No,
bad.
I have a plus 3.
Okay.
I thought you said I was lucky, like you were just gonna demolish me off the bat.
No, no.
And Strider is handed a pouch of 70 silver and a badge that looks like a halfway unfurled roll of parchment.
That's cool.
Yorna, second place, gets 50, and Lily gets 30.
Money.
70 silver?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You are all relatively learned.
Can I, like, try and figure out how old he is in human years?
Give me
I really
a
want
medicine check.
Please, please. Come on. 11?
11.
Give me like an estimate.
I mean, by the time elves start looking elderly, they're usually into or past their 500s.
Some of those Christians were pretty tough.
Indeed.
Have you always lived in the city, or?
Most of my life, yes.
Well, you must know a lot of the hardships that this town has gone through.
That means you probably have experienced every single festival of flowers.
Indeed.
Something good.
Yeah.
What are the newer festivities?
What was the first one like?
Bit ramshackle.
Oh my gosh. What was your name?
My name?
Yeah, I need to know
What
this
is my
guy's name.
Renfrew.
Well, it happens. Oscar.
He's already an Oscar.
Siguror.
Oh, that's a sick name.
Most people just call me Sig.
Sig! Sigma.
What do you think is the biggest event so far that has changed the city? For the better or the worse?
Event that has changed the city. Probably when Argentum passed.
That is a fair answer. Sense. Can't imagine being alive then. Damn.
Yes, it was in my younger years that the dragon was still here.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
Where do you go once you have all the badges?
Oh, I believe Robbie will have an announcement shortly, and you should just be able to find him directly at his booth afterwards.
Awesome.
Alright.
Guess we could just look around now.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Have you collected all the badges?
Thank you, and I put the last one.
I must say, I haven't seen that very often.
Oh.
Well,
Yep. That's the last one. Alright. Thank you very much.
Of course. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
Yeah, what's next? We just walk around the city?
Well, I want to go look at some sites. Up to you guys if you want to come with, but I have some places that I want to check out.
Yeah, I might just head off on my own for a little bit, but we could always meet at Robbie's once he's done his thing.
That sounds very good.
I'll stay around the stage.
Okay. Oh yeah, you might have like a performance coming up on the stage, so just make sure to ask.
Oh yeah.
I did talk to that giant.
But that's no guarantee.
Ah, you're good. Just walk away on. So you get your name right.
I know.
They'll remember you. You sound great at the Sweet Something.
But this is a bigger crowd.
Just think of it as the same. Or you can ask S for some advice.
Okay.
Well, on that note, I start heading to the House of Gold.
Okay.
And I will head to the Grand Gardens.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, that's 5C.
You guys end up, you're all the way up in the lower stone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we went up.
Okay. Okay. First person to find their location would probably be Lily, making your way back down to where Sebastian is. Hi.
Strider did a thing. He volunteered me to perform on the stage, but I don't know if that'll be of guarantee. And if I do, I'm not sure if I want to.
Alright. I'm not sure that we've had any changes to any schedules, but I haven't talked to William recently. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I can let people know. The busking area is always open if you're wanting to give a bit of an impromptu performance, but that's up to you.
With the audience, do you know if the guests from Jason are gonna be there?
Nah, I got you, fam.
That was pretty bad.
That's an all.
Just an
I mean, she was close.
No.
Alright. I mean, I couldn't tell you. Everyone's kind of wandering the streets. There's a chance.
So it's just open to anyone who comes by?
Yeah, the stage is just, and he kind of points down the road, and you can see that there is just like a plinth set up with a bit of a crowd gathered around it as people are sitting up for performances. It's kind of an open stage on the street side. Up to you. I mean, we can slot you in later if that's what you're after, but
If it's okay, I want to be the last one.
yeah, of course. Line that up. No worries. Well, enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Yeah, you too.
Let me know if there's any problems or you want to cancel or anything. Yeah. Alright. He kind of quickly goes back to like taking people's money and sorting out the activities at his store. Right. You guys are headed places.
The Grand Gardens, the
House of Gold.
Where would Lily head after her conversation with Sebastian?
I would say I would head up to the stage and just be part of the crowd.
Nice. Alright. As we make our way down, then, Yorna, making your way to the gardens. Kind of duck in a small area behind your house that leads to some of the pathways through here. You can see that there are dozens, if not hundreds of people walking through the kind of graveled paths that weave through the gardens here. Past the pools that are the clearest water you'll ever see, the bottom a pristine stone. A few of them have a few fish swimming around in these ponds. Past the almost rolling small little fields of flowers, each planted in rows of various colors, some of which seem to grow out from their designated plant beds, and those are the ones that have that slight natural bioluminescent glow to them, just kind of emanating on the pathway in the late afternoon. The various trees that all grow here, from pines and oaks through to maples and cherry blossoms, the very different colored leaves all kind of mixing together in this space where even the trees that aren't evergreens always have at least a few leaves on them here in the gardens. Walking through, you can see a few guards walking by with the stone wardens, just keeping people safe in here, but there's a lot more families in here that are just quietly enjoying the festival from a distance, where it's not quite so pushy and loud. You can see a group of 2 or 3 kids that have a small wooden carved boat that are pushing it around on one of the ponds.
Oh, that's so cute.
Some families that are having a picnic on one of the like grassy patches near the flowers. Just kind of walk through. As you're wandering through, you start. Give me a perception check.
8.
8.
Is he looking
You're
at
not
the
sure
photos?
why, but as you're walking through here, you get this sense that you're being watched.
I look around.
Seem to see anyone. No one jumps out at you as suspicious.
I'll just stop for a moment and inspect a leaf and wait.
Inspect the leaf.
Kind of look around for a moment, waiting for some kind of an inclination as to what's happening. You kind of feel someone lean in next to you. Is it meant to do something?
Who's next to
You
me?
look to your side and you see the familiar face of Garvia. Sorry to startle. You seem familiar. Are you Van Deer's daughter?
I am.
I thought so. I know that we haven't had the chance to meet more than a handful of times. I'm Garvia of the Bloom Grove.
And my father gives you his regards.
He's well, I trust.
Yes, he is. We had some issues, actually. I've been meaning to ask you about this, actually.
Yes, so I heard.
Yes. Did anything similar happen over at Bloom Grove?
I mean, we were concerned when we heard of the happenings with the Grand Oak, but we didn't think much of it. The others have stayed back at the village to monitor the flowers. They were a little more dull than usual, but
I noticed it here as well.
Really?
Yeah. Some of the bioluminescent flowers, they're not as bright as they normally are this time of year.
Kind of looking around as you have been, they do seem to be now giving off a much more potent glow than they were. Not quite as much as they maybe should a few hours before the bloom, but still enough that, like, they could be expected to burst into light. Yes. Curious, I wonder if something's happened in the last few days. I am looking forward to actually seeing your father again. We have another biannual meeting in a few weeks. And you're good, I trust? It's been a while since we've spoken.
Yes,
You're with the Legion now, I understand.
I am. Yes, it's been good. It's been work. Who am I kidding? It's actually been great. It's not a shabby lifestyle.
I trust that the other elders aren't giving your father too hard of a time.
Seems to have quietened down a bit over the years. Seems to be okay.
I can share his sentiments. My expectancy, maybe not quite as short as his, but I still get my earful. Are you on duty?
No, I've been off until the end of the festival. After that, I go back to work. But, see,
Any of the family in town?
not that I know of. I didn't hear of anyone planning to make it up here.
Well, I much prefer it here in the gardens. Don't get me wrong, the festival is the most welcoming the city is. Everyone kind of walking the streets as one mind, in a way.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
Hospitable, at least during these times, but it's a bit much. Especially when you come from a village of maybe a few hundred.
I have to say, as soon as I stepped into the gardens, it was quite nice compared to the bustle out there.
You're walking through here alone?
Yeah, I think I wanted to take in the nature by myself. I think the others had plans of their own to check out a few things.
So there are others with you here?
Yes, one of them being Strider. A bit of an interesting one. He's a strong fighter though. He's good. And Lily, a bard. She's very charming. In fact, she might be performing on the stage later. I think they managed to get her into that.
Maybe I'll take a wander out of the safe haven of the gardens. Make sure that you do bring them through here at some point tonight. Make sure that they get to experience the gardens in their full.
I think that's a good idea.
Well, I'm going to continue with my walk.
Thank you for the conversation.
Of course. I'll be in the city for the next few days if you need to find me.
Alrighty. I'll be seeing you.
Kind of puts his hand out for a moment, and a few of the fallen leaves seem to swirl around and form a wooden staff that he takes and just starts walking through here.
You stole those leaves.
He can have them.
Thief.
And then I'll just take a little moment longer to appreciate my surroundings before probably meandering my way over to the House of Gold to see what the prize is, because I'm curious.
Spirit, making your way down to the House of Gold. You walk through the kind of city block that leads to the front courtyard in front of the house. Large, statued pillars, art pieces stand out the front that lead through this open courtyard into an expansive set of stairs that from a distance don't look very high, but that's only because they are a city block wide. There's probably a good 70 or 80 stairs to get up to the entrance to the house.
Yeah, alright. So it is.
Make your way up. You can see that there are dozens, if not hundreds of people like coming in, feeding through, and the same amount of people flowing out of the house. A few of them going into the nearby pathways that lead into the gardens next to the House of Gold.
Do you want to do another quick check around and see if I'm being followed?
Give me a perception check.
It is going to be an 18.
18. Nothing that seems to immediately catch your attention. Walk a little further until you are at the entrance. You can see gargantuan metallic doors that are open inwards into a very large central chamber. You can see brilliant marbles, pristine metals that adorn the inside of this chamber, the entirety of which is filled, the ceiling is filled with a large, it might be a statue hung from the ceiling or carved directly into the building itself, that lines the entire back wall, some of the sides, and the entire ceiling, a visage of a winged dragon. These 4 wings that seem to curl around the corners of the building, and a large head that looks inwards from that back wall. You can see to your left and right maybe a half dozen hallways on either side, 6 or so corridors that lead off into this building. In front of the statue, the visage of Bahamut, you can see that there is a crowd of maybe 150 people that are sitting in here. At the back of that crowd standing are the 2 individuals that you saw earlier in their metallic armor and grey-silver robes. At the front of that group, standing on a slight podium, candles lit at their sides, giving a sermon in front of this group, is an individual dressed in very extravagant garb. Very Art Deco wearable arts looking, what look like semi-reflective metallic feathers that wrap around almost like a toga at their front. Kind of a half shawl that looks like feathers coming over their side, and another that comes up around their back, like a large collar that curls up to one side. All that you can make out is their face within this almost slightly form-fitting feathered attire. Their skin is an almost ashy blue. This kind of sky meets water coloration. Their eyes are milky white with a halo of silver within them. No pupil, just a ring of glowing light. Pure white hair kind of pulled to the side. Very, in some ways feminine, in some ways masculine, this kind of very neutral looking figure standing at the front of the room here. And they are mid-speech to what looks like a group of some that are very holy persons and some that are just commoners that come here looking for guidance or sermon.
How far away is this figure?
At the other end of this massive chamber, probably 120 odd feet.
I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna stand next to the female in armor.
As you get closer, you can hear this sermon in progress. For Bahamut's light shields the righteous, and his wisdom we find both justice and mercy. Let your hearts burn bright with courage, for the Platinum Dragon walks with those who defend truth, protecting us from shadows of deceit. And kind of trails on and continues. Stand up next to that woman. You're the lad from earlier.
And you're the lady from earlier.
Indeed.
You're a believer in this god?
One moment.
Uno momento.
Oh, she just wants to listen to it, yeah.
Believer, yes, but I follow another.
Who do you follow?
The Arbiter.
Oh, that's what you know.
I don't think I've heard of that one before. What's he or she the god of?
The Arbiter is a primordial deity of law, civilization, balance.
And similar notions to what this god holds domain over
Similar.
law and whatnot.
The Father of Dragons is of justice and nobility. It's a status for those that have it and for those that seek it.
You know, I always find it hard to imagine people following gods or primordials that primarily rule over justice and things similar to, because I've noticed through my adventuring days that it's pretty easy for people to think of their own justice versus the actual justice.
It is something that is an unfortunate truth of human nature.
Look at their armor. So where do you people hail from? Because I have not seen that type of armor before.
Apologies. We are high clerics of Lysar.
Is that the big city, eh?
Lysar is the northern religious city. I am high cleric of the Arbiter. Chiron here is, well, he's our high cleric of the heart.
Interesting. I'm sure people such as yourselves being high clerics wouldn't just come for a normal hearing of the sort. Is there any particular reason you've come all this way?
Chiron and Kelvar, as she tilts her head towards the slightly blue-skinned individual at the front. They are, and kind of smiles to herself, birds of a feather, if you will.
Can I just try and understand what she means?
Yeah. You, give me an insight check.
Why do I feel like we...
One.
Funny. Who knows? She thought she was funny.
I thought she was funny, and I wasn't even there.
Interesting. So I assume that Chiron here is gonna, after this conversation, have a talk with them?
Most likely.
Do you think perhaps you could ask Chiron if I could come along for that?
I mean, Chiron.
I assume he might be listening. I'll interrupt. He's invested.
Bearded man in the copper armor kind of walks his way over. Have I seen you somewhere before?
You angrily stomped past.
Right, sorry, we were in a bit of a rush, got held up by the various crowds on the way through the city.
Yeah, there's a festival going on, so can't blame you. I'm not a fan of crowds myself.
Don't do this so good around so many happy individuals. I don't know.
I agree.
Oh no, birds of a feather!
To be fair, I always think that something terrible is going to happen because it's the perfect opportunity for like people to do crimes, right? Like a large amount of people in one area.
Yeah, in some ways, yes. In others, it's probably the worst time to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I was wondering if I heard that you potentially will be going up to talk to the one speaking right now.
Kelvar? Yeah.
Calva.
He's the city's representative.
I was wondering if I could come along with you. I just had a few questions.
You're a holy person?
Far from it. I don't really believe or follow any of that. I just find life easier if I don't believe in it. But I find myself thinking everything needs a reason, but some things just don't.
This is true. I mean, sure, you're welcome along for the conversation. I don't know if someone like yourself will find certain matters interesting or not.
I just have a question for you both at the same time.
All right.
Seeing that you might be interested in.
Of course.
It's a nice place. I've never been here before.
It is. There have been recent renovations.
How well do you know Calvar?
I have known him most of my life.
Is he an ASMR?
Something a little holier.
That's where my ping's coming from. Interesting. I can sense a I forgot the word for it. A celestial energy coming from here.
That would be him.
I've been knacked for picking up senses of different types of beings around me.
So you're a mercenary, adventurer, guard?
The first two. I don't take missions that involve killing people, however, that's just not my code. But creatures, monsters, studied them my whole life. To tell you anything you need to know about most.
Kind of makes a bit of a joking laugh, because you hunt the Celestials? Maybe don't answer that.
Is it on? Is there a tag for it? No.
I'm trying to see if I speak Celestial, but I took that out.
Aww. That would have been so good. Speak Infernal. See whose head's turned.
No, but I do hunt the opposite, and I speak Infernal.
No.
Oh, God. So, yeah. Don't know the tongue, but I know the source.
Well, let me know when you're going up, and I'll tag along.
Of course. Kind of just settles back to listen for a bit. After a bit of time, just sitting here, you can see people coming and going from these hallways. You can see from one of the end chambers eventually that individual in the wheelchair comes out of one of those hallways and starts making their way out of the house.
Robbie.
Robbie. Rudy.
I like it.
Rudy.
Kind of just pulls the wheelchair up at the back of the crowd, a little further away from the three of you that are gathered here.
Can I lean over to her real quick?
To
Robbie.
yeah.
Like, hey, Robbie.
Yeah.
My name's Strider. We haven't met before. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Got a question for you.
Shoot.
Is the prize this year good?
You just hear this like audible sigh of relief for a moment. I mean, I think it's one of the better ones we've had.
Nice. Look forward to it.
Right.
And I just flash all the badges.
All right. I have a collector. Very good, very good.
Catch you in a bit.
Likewise.
I just want to go to the...
You just went over with the prize like, good flex, bye.
Well, no.
Curious side eye and like makes his way out to the front. You know, there's a very small ramp down the side of the 100 or so
You get
stairs.
speed down there. Holy...
That was the funniest flex ever.
Eventually that sermon comes to an end. The people kind of get up and leave. A few of the individuals disperse into the various corridors. And Chiron goes, just wait here for a moment. Call him over.
Thank you. As he does, can I stealthily, just with no one noticing, either back into a wall for a second? I want to make sure I do have a bolt loaded.
Okay.
I don't want to have to reload, just in case.
What kind?
Huh?
What kind of bolt?
What are you taking down, huh?
A normal bolt.
Oh, normal.
Okay.
I don't think so. To be honest, let's do it. That shit probably gives them HP. Yeah. That's just loading it, making sure it's there.
Alright.
I ignore the loading action anyway, so it's not like it's a thing, but I'm just...
Good draw. Alright. Eventually, as they begin having a bit of a chat, a couple minutes go by, Chiron kind of gives you a...
I'll walk over slowly and just look around my surroundings, make sure I'm not being watched or there's a large group.
You got
Doesn't
beef
seem
with
to be.
Celestials?
Oh, beans.
Beef!
Little beans.
Oh.
You walk over. So there's a
Strider.
Strider. There's a mercenary adventure attack. Wanted to have a discussion, I believe.
Yes.
Individual there, like literally all you can see is like a V from kind of mid-chest up around their head as these feathers have them wrapped up. Their arms are completely tucked in. Good day to you.
Good day. I really just wanted to ask you two a question regarding, just because out of everyone, I would assume you two are the biggest believers and point for the dragon statue.
Believers is an interesting word.
Followers?
Disciples.
Sorry, I wrote down my question. It's okay if I bring out my notebook.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Pull out my notebook. I'll flip to a certain page. Like, have you ever seen something like this before? And I'll show them the mask. And I'm instantly looking to see if they react.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
I want to know if they're like,
Ugh. Mask.
there's going to be 18.
Trying to figure out what this mask deal with you is.
I've got a bit of straight vibe into that.
Both of them just kind of look at it with this, like, absent, unknowing look. You don't get the sense that either of them are being misleading. Is it something that I should be aware of?
I thought one of you would.
How so?
I'm not open to sharing too much information because of personal reasons, but I'll share as much as I can. I believe that this is a mask of a silver dragon. And being that city of silver and history, blah blah blah. I believe there is a group of potentially bad people wearing these masks. I've just been trying to find them.
I'm standing there, guys. Do you know this how?
I've seen them do bad things before.
Awfully ominous, incredibly vague, altogether unhelpful.
Well, you see, I've got to nowhere in my research so far. I have come to the point where being vague hasn't helped me, so I've decided to be a bit more open. But I assumed that there might be followers, and maybe they're taking the idea of justice in the wrong way. And I assumed things like that might not get past eyes like you guys. So I thought I'd bring this, see if you've had any thoughts or any ideas of people that might know.
We've definitely come to the right people. What did you say your name was?
Strider.
kind of curiously, absently, almost through you. You can see the ring of silver in their eyes, where kind of the outside of the colored part would normally be, just seems to almost run like liquid mercury through their milky white eyes.
Do I sense that he's doing like a spell or something on it?
Give me an Arcana check.
14?
Just seems to be absently thinking, looking through you like there's something that he can see that you can't.
I would like to grab a potion, drink it. Protection from evil and good.
What does that do for?
That is the one that allows people. I have advantage on saving throws against any spells. They have disadvantage on attacking me, and I can't be charmed. And one.
So you just casually down a beverage in front
I
of
do.
you?
They see me pull out, shake it.
What was that concoction?
It's a ability that protects my mind from evil and good beings.
You feel untrusting in this space?
I just know that there are a lot of creatures and people with high abilities that maybe be able to see into my mind and maybe heart, and I would rather keep what I have inside for now.
No such things will take place here. I can assure you that.
Okay. You do seem trustworthy. Actually, inside check. Does he seem trustworthy?
Give me an insight.
Should we take a break then?
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh,
Careful.
I didn't roll that.
20.
not 20.
You rolled an insight check on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't ask me what number.
Hmm?
Don't ask me what number.
I vaguely remember
Okay.
what it was.
Sweet.
The realm of it.
It was 16.
I thought it was a 6 something.
He seems...
I like this.
You see?
This is a good, not a good sign. Yeah.
He's not lying by any means. He is conveying truth. But there's almost a growing concern the longer this conversation goes on. Not for himself.
It's concerned for you.
I know it might be weird to drink a potion that protects me from things like that, but the city has not been kind to me in recent weeks. I've been doing jobs that I've paid for, and if you can keep it quiet, because it's been dealt with already, there was a devil of sorts in the city.
There was a what?
I defeated it, that's fine.
Killed it?
Yes.
Give me a deception check.
Oh my god, that is not what you say to a holy person. You should have kept it. Oh, sorry. Here you go.
What?
I warmed it up.
Yeah, pretty good. No deception?
Yeah.
Unnatural 20.
Kind of beadily looks you like dead in the eyes. Kind of looks you up and down. Wood.
For proof, I'll pull out my big book and I'll just turn to the succubus page and go, I have weaknesses of most fiends written in my book already. Close it.
If you have any further problems with the infernal dwellers, you come to someone here at the Holy House.
Okay. If you're offering help, I would like to restock my holy water. I did lose it in the fight.
That is something that can likely be arranged.
Thank you. But that is why I'm on guard. I can't say much about these masked individuals other than the mask isn't 2D, it's actually shaped. And there are a reason for why I do what I do now. Let's say that.
Well, thank you for bringing this to our attention, at the very least. sorry that you could not find your answers in the halls.
No. I've got a small lead, but it's nothing great. Apparently 5 years ago, someone with a mask showed up in the city, but that's all I have.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Can I ask how long have you been here?
Myself,
Yeah.
I have been here ever since I put the dragon to rest atop the mountain. Such a short time, I can hardly recall. 7-ish, 5 years maybe? Something in that number.
I was actually on a quiz today, 5 years.
There you go. Glad somebody is keeping track.
I did watch that fight as a kid. You did a good job.
Thank you.
I actually wandered up to the corpse afterwards.
That is a reckless thing to do.
Just wanted to study it. I will say, now that you mention it, you actually wouldn't have been in power, being leader of this
Yes,
House of Gold.
religion was not seen with the same station.
You wouldn't have been in power by the time that these masks are around.
This was some time ago then.
This would have been 10 years now, probably. So, it would have been...
Long before my time in the city.
Yes. But my issue is that it's still in... I don't know if the mask is a cover-up, but it could be still followers of the time.
The city has seen a recent godless error. Yes, trying to see that remedied.
Seems that gods are coming out to be quite large now. I read in a manuscript. I work for the Argentimes, and I read that there was something new god information about everything works here.
As you're saying that, one of those large feathery bits that make up the collar kind of unfurl and reveal that it's actually a wing attached to the back of this individual as it curls round. You can see pristine silver armor under the feathers, sculpted very ornately with like muscle definition in the armor itself.
I am, bro.
As they kind of just point down a hallway. Our most recent addition, as they pull their hand back, the wing kind of folds back up and recreates that collar.
I go, that's cool, and I look over Ripley.
You see, and again, there's like 6 hallways on either side of this corridor. But you look down one that just seems to disappear into darkness before you can even see the end of the room.
Guess I'll have to go down there sometime.
There is a temple to each of our divine powers within this place. It is catered to those that hold domain and those that came before.
Well, if you find any information about these masks, leave a message with AS at the Argentines.
Of course.
He knows how to contact me. Yeah, who do I go for holy water? That would be nice. Might be expensive though, isn't it?
I mean, it is not a charity,
No.
but I can sort that for you at some point, potentially when things are wrapping up.
Fair enough.
Unless there's anything else you require of us.
No, there's not. Thank you for your time.
Very well.
I do ask as a favor as I turn to leave. Try to keep this on the down low. And don't go snooping into my history.
Of course. You can see that the individual clad in copper armor. Chiron kind of goes to say something. Kelvar again unwraps one of those wings, puts a hand on his shoulder just to give him a firm, let this man leave.
Mm.
The other individual was. That looked intense.
I guess you could say that I asked them a question about their followers that could just say I ran into some bad apples that followed the dragon.
Just be careful with whom you share information. Followers of the Father are a righteous bunch.
Yeah, I've been careful with my information too long. That's led me nowhere, though.
And best of luck to you. Victoria.
What?
She reaches a hand out.
Shit. Strider, you do seem nice, though, so you can call me Quentin.
Damn.
First
Oh.
name basis.
He gets the first name.
As you kind of end your conversation, she clutches that holy symbol in her hand. You can see above one of those doors is a very similarly sculpted set of scales, and she just takes her leave into that hallway and kind of disappears into the 70-80 foot long hallway.
I leave with the aching feeling of there must have been a handsome man down that hallway. And I leave.
Alright. You
On my way to the House of Gold.
you're coming out. Where was Lily headed off? She was heading up to the stage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're kind of meandering back up in that direction. Kind of walking along, you can see, the people that are up here, the slightly more noble folk that are in the low stone going about their day, their afternoon. As you're kind of walking, minding your own business, you feel a bit of a hand on your shoulder. Voice kind of whispers, but just at a volume like it would seem like someone has just put their arm around a friend and is looking to catch him. Just goes, you seemed like the most approachable of your group.
Jesus. I turn and who do I see?
You can see the slightly too perfect face, scraggy, messy, dark brown hair, a ornately decorated red suit. Xavier.
He
has his hand
didn't
around your
bounce.
shoulder.
You just told them that you took care of it.
Tell me, how are the investigations going?
Break my mechanical pencil.
Swell.
Kind of takes the arm. Yes. Walk with me for a moment.
He knew not to approach you. Even got smited.
So, what have you found?
We went to Ronald's place, and he was able to set up a meeting with the succubus.
Very good. Seems you have been able to get closer. They've been on guard from us. It has been problematic. Something is being created within the walls of this city, something that poses a threat to us, you, the lovely folks of the festival.
And how do you know this?
We've been doing our own digging. When you have this meeting, waste of flesh, do make sure that you get a location of where their source is coming from.
course.
This individual you investigated, they are the ones distributing drug throughout the city, I understand. The two are tied together. Naturally. If you see us around, maybe just leave us be. I believe this is where you were headed. Just kind of drift away a few feet. Good day to you.
Good day.
Kind of just go to walk and disappear into the crowd
This weasel.
as you watch him seemingly meet up with another individual and they walk off together. You find yourself at the stage, down at the kind of bottom end of the low stone that leads down to the stairs that leads to the Ring of Earth. You can see that a performance is being set up. Minmay is set to perform, and information that I don't think that you guys quite obtained last time is Minmay, the Cloud Giant, is a poet,
Poetry.
not a songwriter.
Cool.
I like poetry.
Just want to state that this is the first time I've seen Storm Giant,
Cloud.
Cloud Giant, and I tried my darn hardest to find one as Bjorn, and this is the first one we find.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
And she just kind of boop.
Yeah, she just casually walked in. The last campaign, it's like murder.
Alright, you head down to the House of Gold. Right, leaving or staying?
I'm gonna just quickly double check I'm not being watched. Still feel on edge.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
23.
23. I mean, there is like this overwhelming presence, this awareness in this space, but it's not. No one is watching.
Well, I just leave.
As you kind of exit back into the doorway, the late afternoon sun kind of pouring in. You can see Yorna probably about halfway up the steps.
Oh, you're coming out.
Yeah, I've done my conversation.
Have they announced the prize yet?
I don't know where they're announcing that. I believe somewhere.
Was it not at the House of Gold?
He's there, but it just seemed like he was listening to the current convo that's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of defeats my purpose, but I guess now I've bumped into you, so we might as well go to the stage together. Actually, I was thinking maybe later on, you guys need to see the Grand Garden at this time. It's in full swing now. Looks gorgeous. I want to show it to you too.
Oh, come along.
Plus, you'll like it. No crowds, really. It's quiet.
Then I'll definitely come along.
Alright, let's head down to the stage then. How was your convo?
Made friends, surprisingly, with the lady in the armor. Victoria, I believe?
From earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The guy apologized. He seems... I think he's a celestial.
Would I know anything of a celestial lad doing prayer, holding prayers?
Give me a history check.
7.
7. I mean, you know the individual that takes the sermons here that defeated the dragon is a holy person of some importance.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about the going-ons of the holy things holy.
I actually have a question for you about the Legion.
Alright.
You guys probably do investigations, take down bad guys, cults, random stuff like that every so often, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys keep, like, on file investigations or things that you found or noticed that never led to things?
I mean, probably, but that's probably stuff that's kept probably close to the Grandmaster. But this is sounding like a request. Was there something you were particularly interested in?
Just asked me to do some private investigating into a matter that apparently he witnessed a long time ago. But I haven't gotten any details, and I'm wondering if the Iron Legion maybe ran into a few. And I will reveal the mask drawing. The drawing, probably 2 drawings, a side view and a front view to make it easier, of a mask of a dragon that comes out properly.
Do I recall any reports made? Because this would have been how long ago?
So it would have been roughly when you first joined, I believe.
10 years ago?
Could also be 5 years ago. There was apparently a little up going then, apparently. But
Do I recall any report?
Give me a history check.
Oh boy. I'm invested in your mask thing. You kidding me? Please work with me, Kai.
Not once in your life.
I have to say, I don't think I know anything about this, but doesn't mean there's no records of it.
you would have been like starting off when this.
Yeah. Plus, I think at the time, probably had my hands full.
If you
Yeah.
could do some research into it at the Legion, that'd be helpful.
We can poke around. I mean, it's interesting.
I believe it was a silver dragon as well, so just need to figure out what it is. I asked, of course, the holy people here, but they've never seen it before. That would have been before their time, before religion came into power in the city. That was only recent.
Wait, what was only recent?
That the religious people actually got a seat on the council and became a big deal.
Yes. I need to refresh my history books because I don't remember a lot. I need to refresh myself. Seems to be the time to do it.
And if you do, you can get one of these badges.
Indeed, indeed.
Is there anyone walking past?
I mean, dozens. Like, near on 100 people on either side of you coming or going from the house.
Can I just ask a random person when they know that when Robbie's going to announce stuff? In a way.
Just a few moments from now, a little further up, I believe, somewhere in the Lowstone.
Oh,
I guess we'll just start heading up.
yeah, just have a quick look and then we'll go to the stage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Continue on that way.
Alright.
How steep is like the ramp going down for Robbie from the goblin?
I mean, this is a big staircase. Like, it's
Yeah,
usable.
yeah, but because he has to take the ramp, right? Yeah. Is it slidable down? It's a large staircase, so it'd be like
Track.
Yeah, I mean, you could if it was slipped up a bit.
okay. Just future endeavors.
Got smile on you.
It has to be,
Yes.
A wee!
shallow enough of an incline that you can get up it.
Hill. Go down.
Yeah, you'd probably do that.
Alright.
You need to get out in a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, that's.
You need to run away from a celestial.
They did say I could buy some holy water here, actually. I used it on it. Zombie.
You know, after the past encounters, I might get some as well.
This handy. It's pretty expensive, apparently. Maybe they do a bundle deal.
The bundle
Yeah.
deal. Oh. I mean, we can certainly try.
You know, if you're like a cleric, you can make holy water.
Alas, I am no cleric.
Yeah, unless we don't know any.
Alas, we don't know any.
Heading towards where Robbie's speech.
Start making your way up in that direction, which is, by the time that you figure out exactly where he is like just maybe 3 or 4 minutes away from where the stage is set up.
Oh, handy.
Make your way up.
You win one free drink at any tavern.
Wow.
Make your way up there. Begin kind of milling about. You'd probably see Lily standing nearby as Robbie's like making his way through the crowd, a few minutes away from his announcement.
Wait, we spot Lily not too far.
Pages in that general vicinity as well.
Hey, Lily.
Lily! Over here!
I go,
Oh. Over here.
Oh, you're here already.
the conversation's about to happen. Robbie.
Oh, you're gonna get your pearls?
Yeah, find out what it is first. Might not even want it.
You didn't ask what it was?
I ran into him and I asked, is it good? And he said it's one of the bitter ones. And it's like, yes. Wanted to be a surprise. I don't know.
Well, if you think about it, one year it was the gear tour, so it's
pretty
got
good.
to be something great.
Yeah.
Is there much to see at the gear?
Oh yeah.
You know, like secret mission. I whisper.
Oh,
That needs to happen. Yeah, that would have been really useful.
But yes, there is plenty to see at the gear. Besides that,
um,
Does my necklace vibrate?
you okay? You seem on edge.
You don't have to sing if you don't want to.
Yeah.
no, it's not that. It's, countered.
I thought he was meant to skip town.
Apparently he didn't. He wanted me to update him on our current mission.
Well, hang on. I thought we were not doing an information exchange with him. I thought he was not keen on that. Why should we tell him anything?
Means that he's reached the end of his current information that he can get, perhaps. What did he say? What did he want?
Apparently there's something being made and it's a danger to him, the city, and everyone.
That doesn't sound good, and as much as I need his guts, I don't think he'd lie about something like that.
I don't think so either.
Are you okay?
Just shocked me.
Well, he was meant to leave.
Yeah. I wonder if he took you out on purpose.
Well, he probably knew that he'd get smited by you.
Yeah.
He said I was the most approachable.
What did he say anything else of information? Anything useful?
Not really.
I'm wondering if this is what that mithril has been for.
Maybe. Did he ask about if it,
Is anyone looking at us talking about this? Just openly
I'm
out in a
whispering.
If you've
crowd?
pulled into a corner
Okay,
and you're
cool.
whispering, you're fine.
did he ask if we've killed the succubus yet?
No. I only told him that we have a meeting with the succubus. And he said that that's a good update, yes.
Okay. So we gave no information and just warned us that whatever we're investigating is terrible. Well, something's being created.
And he also said that the succubus and the source of the drugs are tied to it.
The violet? I do wonder if the
Wait a minute. I wonder if it's got anything. Does the fuel? Does
So I was thinking-
violet and the fuel source have a very similar pigment?
I mean, they're both pink.
I can do a test of that at my house.
Maybe do, because maybe they're just the same thing, just a different state.
I could see that.
At the very least,
We probably
sounds like I need to talk to the leader of the gear as soon as possible.
we probably shouldn't split up again just in case Because it seems that we always get jumped whenever we split up. By Xavier, by Crime Syndicate. Which is still out to get us, so we should probably...
Out to get you guys, mostly.
Yeah. You're in the group, though, so you just go under it.
Okay.
Sadly, I don't have any item of protection for you other than my potions, but I can't just hand them to you.
I'll try and stay close.
Anyway, let's maybe not dwell on it right now, and let's just try and enjoy the festival a little bit longer before we have to start thinking about these things.
Yep. As you articulate Robbie and mill around the stage area for a bit, like more wrap-up position there. Pick up with the last little one.
Yeah,
I want my Rubik's Cube.
You'll know.